Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be talking about Nachshon Ben Aminadav, a hero of Israel. And I will explain to you why he's such a great hero and what about him is so appealing and so inspiring specifically. So Nachshon Ben Aminadav was a prince of the tribe of Judah. As we know, in the times of Moses, each tribe had a leader and they were called the prince of the tribe. And Nachshon Ben Aminadav was the prince of that tribe. And since it's the tribe of Judah, it makes him so much more so a prince in general because, as we know, Judah was the king of the brothers. Judah is the kingdom comes from Judah. David HaMelech, who was actually a fifth generation descendant of Nachshon, was the king. So in a sense, Nachshon is like a king-like prince-like figure of the generation. And he was actually the brother-in-law of Aaron. And what's so interesting about Nachshon Ben Aminadav is the following. When Israel got to the sea, when Bnei Israel got to the Red Sea, and the Egyptians were trailing behind them, they noticed that the sea, they were told to go forward, but the sea was not moving. So they were quite confused. And everyone was hesitant and at a standstill. But when Nachshon saw this, he didn't wait. He acted. Nachshon jumped right into the sea until the point where the water covered his eyes, or right above till his face. Once the water hit his face and he was completely submerged, boom, the ocean split. And as a result of his great faith in Hashem, as a result of his great trust in Hashem. And Nachshon he acted, he jumped in, and the water split. And I find this quite inspiring because Nachshon he had such a great connection to Hashem that couldn't be stopped. He had his own mission. It wasn't Moses who jumped in, it wasn't Aaron, it wasn't Yoshua, it wasn't Caleb, it wasn't the famous people we heard about until this point. But it was Nachshon Ben Aminadav who jumped in. He had his own agenda to connect to Hashem, to serve Hashem. He wasn't going to let anything get in the way. He jumped into the water, and when that happened, the sea split. And another side of the story is about the time when Nachshon jumped in, Moses was praying to Hashem. And Hashem responds to Moses saying, "My beloved ones are drowning in the seas, and you're standing and praying?" And Moses said, "Master of the world, what do you want me to do?" And Hashem said, "Lift your staff, spread your hand over the seas, and they will split, and Israel will come into the sea on dry land." And so it was. This goes to show you how incredible it is to pray to Hashem. However, there's times where we need to bring that prayer into reality. We need to do our part in this world and in the world of action. And that's what Hashem was trying to say to Moses. And as a reward for Nachshon's incredible bravery, he was given the name Nachshon, which comes from Nachshol, waves. Five other heroes of Israel are his descendants: David, Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. And Shlomo is also his descendant, because Shlomo is the son of David. And also, the kingdom was given to Judah partly because of him, or maybe fully because of him. And the Mashiach will be a descendant of Nachshon Ben Aminadav as well. And Nachshon was the first one to bring a sacrifice to Hashem. Even though Judah was not the oldest brother, Nachshon was the first to give a sacrifice to Hashem. And he's become a symbol of strength. And even the most beautiful part, or I shouldn't say the most beautiful, but to me, something that really touched me is that David HaMelech wrote a psalm in honor of his great-great-grandfather Nachshon, as if he is Nachshon, and he wrote it like this. He goes, "I have sunk in muddy depths, and there's no place to stand. I have come into the deep water, and the current has swept me away. Let not the current of water sweep me away, nor the deep swallow me, and let the well not close its mouth over me." And this is And the Lubavitcher Rebbe says that one fellow named Nachshon jumped into the sea and caused a great miracle, the splitting of the sea. Technically, he was under no obligation to do so, but he knew that God wanted Israel to move onward towards Sinai, so he did what he needed to do. There was a sea in his way, so he jumped into the sea and plowed on towards his goal. The lesson for all of us is that we must stay focused on our life's mission, disregarding all obstacles. 100%. Nachshon had his goal. He didn't have to jump into the water. Wasn't expected to, but he wanted to. He didn't want to wait any longer, and that's the goal we have to have towards bringing Mashiach. We don't have to do all this. We don't have to do that. We don't have to do. But if we do, we will bring the greatness to greater heights. We will speedily bring the Mashiach in a quicker time. If we do that mitzvah that may seem a little bit hard, that we don't have to do, but we want to do. So, thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day. And let's try to resemble Nachshon Ben Aminadav.